Happy Monday. It is Nick, your Monday guy. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. This week, our topic is going to be on advice and tips for friends and family members of somebody that is currently transitioning. So, in that aspect, I think that one of the most important things to keep in mind is that you are going to go through a very broad range of emotional reactions, and that's all completely normal. It's all okay. Just be prepared for it. Because kind of inherent in the process of transitioning, there's also a grieving process that takes place for all parties involved, for the person that's transitioning, for friends and family members. We're all kind of going through this grieving process because it's kind of as if the old version of that person is being killed off, if you will, and replaced with the new real version of themselves. And so while that's happening, we're all kind of grieving the loss of the old version of that person. And this is all completely normal and okay. You're going to go through the entire grieving process, denial and anger and bargaining, depression, acceptance, and that's all fine. And it's important to, not get angry at yourself for feeling these emotions. These are all very real emotions, and they're all completely normal. Now, what you don't want to do is throw all of these emotions back at the person that's transitioning, because they're also dealing with it, plus a lot of other stuff. And, it's not their job to process your feelings for you. So try and go through this process, go through these emotions on your own the best that you can. I mean, you don't have to be on your own. You can go to a support group. There's plenty of support groups. There's a ton online if you don't have any in your area, or a therapist, talk to a friend, or whatever. But deal with these emotions as best that you can without having to involve the person that's transitioning. The next thing that I think is really, really important is that you do your own research. It's 2016, and we can literally find out anything we want in 5 seconds or less. So if you have a really deep, burning question about something that has to do with being transgender, I highly encourage you to try Google before talking to this person, because I guarantee you they've probably already been asked this question several times that week, and they probably don't want to answer it again. And it's not up to them to be the spokesperson for all transgender people. So, try to do as much of your own research as you can. Now, it's still good to show interest, and show that you care, but, you don't have to ask them invasive questions all the time that you can easily find out on the internet. If you have a burning desire to see what a transgender person's genitals look like, Google it. Do not ask them. Research is good. I encourage it. There's also YouTube videos of people that are transitioning, so you can go through and watch them step by step and know kind of exactly what your loved one is going to be going through. So the next thing is pronouns. It is very important to respect a person's chosen pronouns and try to make sure that you get them correctly every time. But if you don't make a big scene about it and, stop an entire conversation and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I mean he, I mean she. That will just cause a scene and will cause the transgender person to feel shame and embarrassed or angry or frustrated, and they don't need that. It's just quickly she, and that's it. You don't have to make a whole big deal about it. Just quickly correct yourself and move on. And they will move on too, and they would probably prefer it that way. Okay, and the last and most important piece of advice, I think, is to never, ever, ever out a transgender person unless they specifically tell you that it's okay. It can be dangerous for them. It can put them in a very unsafe position. It can be embarrassing. There's a whole wealth of things that could happen if you out them, and it's not up to you to tell people that they're transgender. It's up to them. So even in casual conversations, just don't ever out a transgender person. Think about their safety first and foremost, because it is not socially acceptable as much as we would like it to be, especially in some places. So try to keep that in mind too. All right. I think that is it for this week. Please drop me a comment if you have any questions at all about anything. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all next Monday.